was Valley Kia Fontana. Been with dealer teamwork. I think it's been about a year since I signed on here, and just been enjoying pretty much all your guys' expertise. And we have hit number one in our region, and it's mainly due to you guys. I ran a smaller store. I did finance. I was closing. I did internet follow up. Pretty much everything. So once we came over here, we just identified issues in our department. Mainly, it was a lot of third-party providers weren't necessarily pulling their weight. So what we ended up doing, we dumped everyone, and we're 100% pretty much SEM, SEO, and then we just have one other provider that's still going to be in the SEO field, but everything pops to us. Your guys' help has been tremendous because the specials page is the best specials page that's out there. We tried other ones. It's very simple. It's very colorful, has every model. And just between that, it brings everyone back to our website. So then our website traffic's good. Then I'm able to get more clicks. About 70% of all our leads are from website traffic. So everything that's driven, and it's been amazing. But what I love about it the most is that it's something that is scalable. Not everything that we can do is scalable anymore. And then we have monthly meetings, but now sometimes it's about a week. I'll text Boz every now and then. What do you think about this? And just that two-way in the relationship that we built. We tested him, he tested us, and then it's been a match made ever since. What I like about him is that he's a little stubborn, let's be honest about it, but not in a bad way. But it's just he knows what he's doing. He's enjoying his job and really just pointing us in the right direction instead of just being a yes guy, if that makes sense. So as of right now, we do zip code reports, find out who's performing, what's not performing. Let's say I'm going into an emerging market. Is it something that's going to work, or can I put my money somewhere else? Keywords that make sense. My favorite thing is we wanted to do a conquest. Guess what? Spaz said, great, we can do it. You'll do well, but your best money's going to be over here. So just having that, like, we all have ideas. We all want to see it, but with him having that background and understanding where I'm coming from, we identified a different market that maybe is a little bit more vulnerable for us to kind of go into. And then that's been more successful on little money. Pretty much he told us, no matter what you want, if you want to be number one in a market, we can make it happen, but are you going to have enough ROI on it? Because everything's all ROI. We've been really lean. We get a lot of visits, a lot of phone calls. When it comes to people searching, it's been amazing. It's not always about just spending more money. And that's what I really like about Spaz. He's not there just to take our money. He's there to kind of support it and provide results. Really, at the end of the day, I'm getting a lot lower funnel guests, and then also I'm getting accurate phone numbers, accurate emails, accurate everything. And then the fact that I'm not paying for a different company to have a better organic, better image. Like, everything that we spend goes to our dealer image, which is the most important thing for me. Otherwise, I'm spending a bunch of money for someone else to be well known, and then I'm just getting pretty much all their leftovers, which was always the issue in the first place. But with where we're currently going, it's just the SEO is perfect. Everything that any third party can provide, I can do myself. And I can do it with a validated partner, and then I get residuals, and then I can build a brand, and it's something that we can do. It's unfortunate that it is that way, but the idea is that dealerships are now their own company. They're their own brand, their own vision, their own anything. And with, dealer teamwork with Spaz, it makes all that so much easier for me, because now I can focus on what we're actually pushing out to the market. I can't be a master of everything, but with you guys, like, obviously it's working. We went from, I think, barely placing in our region, where we have a 70% year-over-year increase in gross when it comes to units, and it's because of you guys driving everything to our website. So really, when I tell everyone else, which I constantly do, it's just, you're going to make money with these companies, but you're going to be able to scale your business with dealer teamwork. So that's going to just really care about your total overall. And then lately we've had a high increase with organic traffic. So then you get your residuals, like, that's what's important, because when it comes to every other third party, once you stop paying, you stop getting anything. So with you guys, the faucet's always leaking, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, there's plenty of water around. And I think with what he believes and what I believe, and just coming from two different ideas or kind of visions, we're able to put it together. It's fun because I'll come up with him and be like, I think about this. He's like, no, and here's why. It's not just a yes or no, or I'm busy. He texted me this morning because I was having an issue with one of our specials and we got it handled. It's more than just a vendor. We're building something. And then to get to number one, it's just going through all the small, meticulous things. Like, let's say I'm having an issue with another model. It's like, great, well, let me reach out to the team and then we'll build another page. That way we can get some more traction that way. All right, what about this? What about, and it's not every day, but maybe let's say it's once a week. He answers immediately. And then we get real answers quickly. And then worst case scenario, if we don't have an idea what's going on, we'll get an engineer on the phone. Like, that was the coolest thing, because some things are harder to explain. And then if the engineer knows exactly and I can still understand what he's saying to me, I saw that was even another step further. I think that was probably about 6 months ago, which I thought was amazing. It's like, no, let's go talk to the guy that knows exactly top to bottom, because as a performance manager, you know so much, but now we got the actual gentleman that's doing everything. And that was the coolest thing to me. So then I can trust him. And, he's going to someone that's actually very well educated in what we're doing. And everyone else has an idea what works, but seeing, I guess, results is the more important thing. And that's what we're getting now. With you guys, I can change my keywords, I can change my area, I can change my spend, I can literally change everything and anything. So when I talk about being a fully customizable platform, which is what you guys are versus a third party, to tell them if you want control of, I guess, your future, that's why dealer teamwork makes sense. Because otherwise, I'm just giving money to a conglomeration of companies. They're going to throw it wherever they please. And if I get results, great. If not, oops, I'm sorry. And it all goes down to, I don't need to be put in a gladiator ring with every other dealership fighting on price. Because when you ask them, what can I do to differentiate myself from anyone else, it's spend more money. You're going to be on the top page and you'll be there 20% of the time. And that's for 12 grand. And then the leads you're going to get are going to be X amount. And then now I'm paying like $150 a lead. And no one cares. And you can't call them. You can't adjust strategy. There is no strategy. It's either lower price, maybe change your photo, or you can pay more money. But it's one of those things. I do believe that without you guys, I can't be where I'm at. It's really just that, is that it is possible to not have a third party and still be successful. And then you can control your money better, because now you're not selling price, which is seventh on the most, list of customer wants. But that's what every third party pushes, just price. They don't push value. They don't push that this place has great reviews. They don't push that, guess what, you'll get an out the door that's accurate and no problems in 5 minutes. They don't push any of that. They just push price. So with you guys, I'm able to push quality, follow up, customer service, actually doing our job properly and being efficient instead of just selling on price, which anyone can do. So that's my happiness point with you guys, is that I can make money. My GM's happy. My GSM's happy. My sales managers are happy. My salespeople are happy, because we're not bringing in guests that are just trying to, whoever's going to give me the lowest price and give me the worst service, it doesn't matter. One of the things is that the better the vendor, of course, you're going to have better results. But if you have bad process, doesn't matter what your vendor is going to do. If you're not a happy person, if you don't believe, if you don't do this, like, the thing is that I have a partner with you guys that actually cares. I I can't tell you. Everyone else is going to say yes when I have an idea. We're going to actually talk through it, and it's like, this is working, this isn't working. And that's what I think I appreciate the most, is that you have professionals who are not just doing order taking on the second side of it and being like, yeah, we could do that. We're going to spend the money. And why didn't it work? Because I think that happens a lot. I love being challenged. And what Spots does, he challenges me every day to actually look into things. And we have the conversations. I'll go through meetings, and I love it that I'm like, this is everything they said's wrong. He'll go through it. He'll do the work on it. And he'll be like, nope, it works here, it works here. That's fine. This does have some merit. So we're going to work on that. So like, I love it. Like, it's one of the best things ever. If I didn't have him, we wouldn't have the success that we had, because otherwise someone's just going to really just throw in the towel. I'm going to put the money here. And if we don't have that internal look, you're never going to get better. And month in, month out, the increase is crazy. Like last year, we were at 130 units. Last month, we ended up, leaving with 207. So when you have that much of an increase, something was either broken or something just wasn't really converting. And since we have our monthly meetings, nothing ever breaks. Like, we just keep wondering, when is all this going to just stop? And it doesn't, which is fun. It's sustainable. We need someone that cares. Because if they're always going to say yes, we're going to be like, this is kind of interesting, and we don't have a lot of time. So if they aren't talking to, let's say, an actual director, they're talking to a GSM that doesn't have time and they're not being guided, that's what we really need. We're blessed enough that I have time to go through and always question everything, but not every dealership does. So having someone like that that's going to actually look out for your best interests is amazing. Instead of, I'm just going to take your money and I hope something happens. At the end of the day, without you guys, none of this is actually possible, because the concept of understanding that I could scale with you guys instead of having to be stuck in this third party brigade of just helplessness. Because really, when it comes to getting lead providers, I think there's like 5 in the market. You look at them and there's really no benefit. They're all the same. You're going to post all your inventory. It's going to be put right next to someone else. If they're going to undercut you, there's nothing you can say about it. They stated that, well, all the prices include fees, whether they have any hard ads, everything. And I'm like, no, they don't. Half the pricing on there's not even map compliant. So, you still have dealers that, I'm not going to take a $2,000 loser because they have other hidden fees. They're just not going to tell you like everyone else. So it's one of those things, you're just being put on a platform that there is no way to win. You're just thrown out into the wilderness and say, go survive. Some people do, and it's okay. But then with you guys, it's literally everything's done. It's like being in a resort, right? I don't have to worry about this lie. I don't have to worry about that. I can just do good business. You reach out to me, I'm going to respond to you right away. I'm going to tell you what our deals are, and we're just going to be kind of quick when it comes to everything. It's kind of like the in and out strategy, right? Shortest menu, longest lines. You're going to ask us what you need, and I'm going to tell you, but you don't have to go through 5 other dealers. You don't have to go to a third party site that is inherently lying to you and putting all the blame onto the dealers, right? They're the ones that control the platform, and then really their motivation is just to take your money, not to be successful, because they're just going to put it up there. We have a tremendous profit margin because I'm no longer competing with price next to price. Now I'm just competing with experience and then ease of transaction. We spoke about how Amazon has a one-click buy. So then we go on to our website and it's like, all right, how can I simplify this process? Do I need a name and a phone number and an email, or just a phone number? Right here, can I get them to where they have to be? And it's just all theories. So it's not just going to be SEM, SEO, just anything advertising, but it's also all the theories that we come up with and we're able to really implement. And I have plenty of dealers reaching out. Well, do I do SEO this way? Do I do this way? And then I tell them about dealer teamwork and what we're actually doing, and how the third party system's a little bit flawed because it's leveraged towards kind of discounting price and it's extremely expensive, and how we could just cut out the middleman. And that's really all we did. We just cut out the middleman and just direct to the dealership. And I think that's where all the benefit is. And just having, again, that partner that actually cares about us being successful. But we do have these conversations. We do develop, a game plan. No one knows how much you care until you show them how much you care. And that's what you guys do every day. It's been life-changing because I have vendors that you kind of have to force the appointments, right? Got to force the meetings, and it's not with him. He's always on time. It's actually kind of crazy. The best thing has been is that I found a partner that I can get really detailed with. It's just, we're constantly scheming. You go places and you want people to challenge you to be better, and that's it. And it's uncomfortable. We got professionals. We don't just have people that are just showing up. So it's been great. But yeah, I just never thought it was possible. Everyone that I know, just know I'm signed up here, 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 here. Well, so is everyone else. You got a saturated market. How are you going to win? But now we stand out. And we're still higher than any of those third parties when it comes to search, because we're focusing on what converts, not reach. I don't care about views. I don't care about anything other than conversions. And that's why our conversion does so well. Like, it's fun because you have a product that's worth having. That's the difference, right? Anyone can have a job, anyone can do this, do that. But when you have a product that actually works and there is a benefit and it's not just a filler, I think it's the coolest thing in the world. Nice being in an industry that's probably the most difficult in the world and actually having people that care. And we're all being successful together in our own right. So we all play a position, we're all killing it. And it's, that's the thing, is that you just have separation. I can't do it all. I have to have a team. So it's great to have a team that you can trust. It's just, we're going to do a good, clean old business. You're going to ask me questions. I'm not going to have to fight with 12 other dealerships, anything else. It's just doing business with our, our local guests, treating people right. And like with you guys as a partner, we're able to be in front of more people and constantly have an avenue to contact us. So like really at the end of the day, it's just we need to take care of our guests, and that's all we're working towards.